I remember, man, I got so many stories about this now, and I guess I'll tell them a different time because I want to get into more of an episode here. But I remember, so we went to the dance when I was in school. I was a school child. I mean, I was a schoolboy. A lot of people think I was always an adult, and that's insane. That's insane. And so I remember we went to a dance, and afterwards we went back to my buddy's house. And one of the gals from the dance came back there with us, and my buddy ended up touching her crotch. And God, dude, I was so horny, bruh. Damn, I was horny, boy. I was horny. I mean, I was like a triceratops, dude. I was horny, bro. Horny. I mean, I'm surprised poachers didn't show up and try to fuck me up, because I was horny, boy. And my buddy was out. They went off in the woods, and they were being gentle with each other's bodies like that. And so then her mom came and got her or whatever. I think her mom was a cop or something. She was out on a route or something doing police work. And I lived in this kind of place. The police sometimes would show up and just shoot a gun into the woods a couple times. Just empty the clip right into the woods. Because they figured if you out in the woods fucking around at night and you get shot, you probably deserved it, if you in the dark woods. So, but yeah, her mom came by, I remember, and took her. And, it was just the time her mom was going to come pick her up. There was no issues or nothing. And then afterwards, my buddy's out there. And I remember just when they walked off in the woods, I remember putting my ear to the ground and I just wanted to hear as much of this touching as I could. I wanted to just be as close to it as I could. I was so jealous. Well, anyway, they came back, and my buddy, everybody was all excited. And that's when another kid's dad came out we were standing by a bonfire out there. Another fella's dad came out there, the boy's house it was. And he came out there, and he ended up, and this is a little bit grotesque, is it? But it's also nature, and animals do this all the time. He ended up smelling my buddy's hand for about 15 minutes out there, my buddy's dad. And this is my friend who just walked off into the woods and touched a gal's crotch for the first time. And then my buddy's dad came out and just smelled my buddy's hand for probably, not 15 minutes, that's long, probably about 9 minutes. And we all just sat there and watched him just huff on this hand and that's nature, boy. And that's nature. Mr. Heidelberg, and he used to run the low key, special kids. He'd be running all these special kids, and that's where that dude Brian, St. Pierre, that's where this young dude, he was the first Wigga ever, the first white kid that wanted to be black ever, and they put him in learning disabled classes because they never seen it before. So, you had kids with real learning disabilities, and then you had freaking, Brian St. P just wearing this Charlotte Hornets starter pullover, just shooting invisible jumpers all day on the backs of mentally handicapped kids, just doing fake dunks on people that was drooling and running life like that. And I remember doing that was like the first show where like there was kind of some, people were having maybe sex or talking about sex. And I would sit there and my brothers and sisters, we would all watch it. I think my littlest sister wasn't allowed to watch it, but we'd sit there, dude, and I would be just erect as hell. It was the only TV show I'd sometimes have to face the other way and then turn back and look at it, and watch, because I didn't want people seeing my body getting all hard in the middle. Especially, I had that AP, bro. I had that fucking rock and jock. I had that fucking DeMarcus Cousins, wiener even as a child. I had that big fucking baby whale. I had that Will Sasso, that thick hitchhiker. One name, she might have been on a couple of lewds and then seen it twice on the sheet and said, fuck it, son. We're going to take our chances and name both of these baby girls Little Janets. And dude, so this guy Eddie, he had this 5.0 Mustang. And I think it was even a 6.0, dude. I think he wrote a 6 or put a 6 made out of like like a caulking or something over the 5. So he was rolling in that 6.0 Ford Mustang convertible top. And he would give these girls, he would get them, you know, daiquiris or something, little milkshakes. And he would just be rolling these double Janets around town. And one time he was out front just flexing and talking. And we were out by the street just talking to him and just burning shit in the ditch, you know, just enjoying the summer. And he floored it, and both of those broads rolled right off the fucking back, boy. They all have weird bodies. You know, I got hair on my butt, and sometimes I walk out of the room backwards. You know, I remember when I was dating a girl in college, I would get scared because I didn't want nobody seeing, you know, hair on my butt. Because if people see hair around your butt, a lot of time they think, you know, you don't come from a good lineage, or your family's kind of like prehistoric, or, you know, you can't really afford to get like your butt kind of permed or straight, you know, gelled down or whatever. So I would just be scared. So whenever I would be if I would be, you know, doing, you know, involved in some sort of sexual or full sexual with a woman, then I would walk out of the room backwards so they couldn't see my butt. Like I was a straight up Michael Jackson of Yeah, I picked a couple cars. One car, the group that I went with, they had their company had sponsored a car, and their car was like dead fucking last, bro. And they were fucking, I was like, did you guys get an Uber driver? Like, that guy looks fucking lost. Like, it definitely looked like he was asking for directions, like, all the time. Like he just accidentally got off on the wrong exit, you know? Mm-hmm. And they had one black driver, and the cops pulled him over, like, on the second lap. Fucking so racist, bro. And let me tell you, his house, bro, it's crazy. They have a drawbridge. At Chris's house, they have a drawbridge. And it has people, dude, it comes down, and then there's people drawing on it. It has puns built into it. There was 2 guys drawing. Like, what are y'all drawing? They're like, whatever he wants. Whatever he wants today. And, you know, and then you go up there and you get up there, and there's an old man standing there at the top of this hill. And he's like, do you know the password, son? And I was like, fuck you, dude. It was actually just a homeless guy. It had nothing to do with Chris's place. But you get over to his place, man, it's nice. They got so many stairs. Oh, I thought I was a damn Machu Picchu. It happened to me. So one time I'm in Seattle, okay? Some of you might have fucking heard of it. And I was up there, and I went to the restroom, right? And they had a man in there. And I don't know, it was kind of a darker skinned gentleman, you know, and he was vending Skittles and cigarettes over there by the sink. He was running shop. And so I had to do a number 2, you know, a straight up, one of those old boys, you know, a thick urine out of the back. And so I walked into the stall, right? Well, right after that, some dude came in. And, right after I went into the stall, the guy working in the restroom came and banged on the door. And he's like, don't worry, man, I got your back. And I'm like, you got my back? I don't even fucking know this guy, right? I was trying to use the potty. Well, next thing you know, dude, some guy comes in, and he wants to maybe do drugs, or he also has to use the toilet. So he starts pulling on the door, right? Well, the guy, I'm in there. So the guy, the bouncer, you know, the candy bouncer or the shit bouncer, whatever the guy who works in the bathroom is called, comes up to the door and says, hey, man, chill out. That's my boy in there. And I'm not his boy. I didn't even fucking look the man in the eyes. I don't fucking know him. Well, anyway, the guy who's trying to get into the toilet starts talking shit to the guy who's trying to who's like the bouncer out there, the shit bouncer, right? Bro, they get into a fucking fight, right? And I can't shit if 2 people are fucking beating each other near me. So now I'm all locked up, right? People come in, a ton of people come in. I have to go out and talk to the police, bro, and I have no idea what happened. And it was all because that man was trying to just really have my back while I took a free conch. Turn around. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. When a guy comes by me, next time you want to fucking be a shit bouncer when I'm in the toilet,
turn around.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, that's Brody Stevens, isn't it? No. Oh, okay. Wet the bed all about 28. Dude, I'll tell you this one time, this is pretty unfortunate, but it's also what happened, is, this girlfriend that I had for about 2 years or a year and a half, even though we were both cheating on each other, and we didn't even really like each other that much. And I had a lot of sexual, issues going on. But she slept over one night at my buddy's. We slept on my buddy's couch, and I urinated. Because that's what I do. If somebody sleeps really close to me in a bed, I'll piss the bed. And I peed into this sofa cushion, dude, and you could pick it up. I picked it up in the morning, and literally, bro, I didn't know the human body could hold that much urine. They say it's like 9 pints of urine or whatever, and they lied, bro. This was fucking 4 quarts just rolled out of this pillow. It was almost like doing magic. And I still feel bad. But that was the first night we ever hung out together, and she stayed with me for about a year and a half. So I'd like to apologize to all the women that have ever dated me and or put up with me. Now he's just looking. If you're listening to this on audio, you probably have turned it off, man. Okay, so if you haven't seen that video, it's called "Man Catches Guy Looking Under His Stall." All right, and there's a man on the toilet, and he see me like he sounds like he could be African American, but he might not be. It could be a white guy that's pretending to be African American. There you go, slam that guy. And so and then he catches a fucking guy who looks like the grandson of fucking Johnny Monopoly, the owner of the board game, peeking under the urinal stall. And